What's happening, YouTube? It's your favorite cousin on YouTube. This is Lena G. What's happening? Okay, so you know what? It's been a minute. I had so much going on with my life, work, traveling. I hope you all had a beautiful Mother's Day. And if you're a guy, I hope you celebrated with those lovely, beautiful ladies that helped raise you, nurture you. If you don't have any children, you could be an auntie, cousin that helps support people. You could be a teacher, what have you. You don't necessarily have to conceive a child to be a mother, even though that's what it is. But it take a village to raise a child, right? All right, then. You could even have fur babies. But what I'm trying to get at is happy belated Mother's Day, all right? All right, then. So this is for my beautiful Virgos, my virgin Virgos, right? So I thought it would be interesting to do a Scorpio full moon aftermath, right? From this Scorpio full moon. It's such a dark and heavy energy, but this moon was supposed to release some things, right? And Virgos, I just want to illuminate and cast light on those things that are coming to you that you either need to release or that are coming in for you, okay? We can't have just all bad. We got to have good too, right? Okay. So with that being said, I pray, I meditated that the Most High Supreme God give us guidance and direction and allow me to be a conduit to give you all a clear, accurate message. Now, I just did Taurus, your fellow earth sign brother, sister, but coming with you all, my energy is a little more laid back. It's real chill. I don't know why. I was a little hyped and crumped up with them, but with you all, I'm just real chill, more grounded, right? And I ain't did nothing but just channel your energy, Virgos. So, okay, Virgos, let's get at it, right? Hopefully, everything is going all right in your lives, okay? So, Spirit of the Most High, show us what we need to know for Virgos for this full moon in Scorpio, this explosive energy, what they need to know. Just one card. Oh, so it says a new romantic cycle begins. And it's the new moon in Libra. Didn't we just have a new Librian moon? I want to say last month. We have something that dealt with Libra. Okay, let's see where it's taking us. So when I think of Libra, I think of balance, right? People always say Librians are very indecisive. I don't think us Librians are indecisive. I think what it is, Libras represent balance, scales, right? So it's like truth, right? And Librians just want to make sure that it is fair, it is just, right? And maybe where I'm trying to go with this in a relationship, maybe this next relationship where they're saying you are going into a new cycle, maybe that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a relationship that is just, where it's not one overgiving or undergiving. It's going to be balanced, as much as balanced as possible, because the scale is not always balanced, right? Sometimes it is off balance. So that is what it's telling me. So now you're going to meet someone that is an equal to you. Okay. All right. That's what essentially I'm trying to get at. All right, my beloveds. This right here is for Virgos. What is the sacred symbols that they need to be aware of for this explosive Scorpio full moon, right? What's coming? What's leaving? What is the universe bringing to them? What type of gifts, right? They would like to know. We would like to know collectively. This is a collective reading. At this time, I'm not doing personal readings. So if anybody's scamming, they shouldn't, because I'm so new on this channel. And with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe. I would like for you to comment and engage with me. Tell me what you like. Let me know if it resonated or not, okay? All right, then. So this is for my beautiful Virgos. I love Virgos. I got a lot of Virgos in my family, and I really resonate. When I read a Librian reading, I also listen to Virgos, because a lot of times Virgos really resonate. And, they do have like that 13th sign with a Ophiuchus. So I really do resonate with a Virgo, although I'm a Libra to the core. Let's not get it twisted, right? But I do resonate with Librians. And I'm an October Libra. I'm not a September Libra. Just maybe because then it would make a little bit more sense. But no. All right. I know y'all like Lena G. We don't give a damn. Girl, just give us the read. So at the bottom of the deck, you got some guides. So it's like telling me that you're being divinely guided right now. Okay. So this is for my beautiful Virgos. What they need to know, Spirit. What gifts that the universe is bringing in to them, for this Scorpio full moon. For Virgos, what is it that they need to know? One more time. Thank you. For Virgos. Thank you, Spirit. Power. I got the power. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. We got the 4 and the 6, which is 10, breaks down to 1. So a beginning. But it's like you got the power is within you. When I look at these little horns, I'm going to look this one up. But when I look at these little horns, these little antlers, whatever it is, that is holding this up like this little ball, or it could be a head, symbolism of that. It's telling me you got everything that you need is already within you. It's that internal power, right? So let's get it, because y'all don't want my interpretation of this sacred symbol. So let's see. So this is saying you are powerful, you are worthy, you are sovereignty. It's time to remember your worth. Drawing this card invites you to take your place in the starring role of your life. There is no need to play small here. You are being granted permission to display your strengths for all to see at this time. It does no service for you to hide your gifts. Drawing this card can also indicate that it is time for you to call your power back from any situation where it may have been taken or given away. Okay, so this is an Isis crown. This is an Egyptian crown. Okay, the crown of Isis and sometimes the crown of Hathor is made up of the sun disk, cradle, and cow's horn. The sun and the cow were both worshipped in ancient Egypt as symbols of the different but equal powers of the feminine and masculine. I like that. Okay, so you got the power. Okay, if you didn't know, now you know. Lena G just told you so. I love it. I just made a bar. Okay, don't judge me. I know you're like, girl, you corny. I am not. I'm embracing my creativity. All right, then. What's happening, Spirit? Show us for the month of. We ain't doing it for the month. We're doing it for the Scorpio full moon, this explosive full moon that can be dark and heavy. What is it that my beautiful Scorpios need to be aware of? What is coming? What is leaving? What is being brought to light? Could be some new love, wishes coming true. I could see that. Wasn't that one of the cards, like a new love, right? They talking to us. You could be also having a spiritual awakening on this journey right now. Probably already there, but if not, more heightened attention is being brought to that. Okay. This is from our beautiful Virgos. What it is and what it's not, Spirit. The energy around you. So something is coming to your awareness in days and weeks, right? Okay. Can you see it like that? No, they didn't. Ugh. Sorry. Okay. 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 That just messed up the energy a little bit. They're like, nah, we just needed you to get up. All right, then. Let's shuffle it one more time. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Having a change in your perspective. Okay. Thinking differently, moving differently. I like that too. When I get lost. I always got a song in my head. I heard the song, Oh Honey. Oh, it's an old school song, Oh Honey. Yeah. Someone sticking to you like honey, from The Color Purple. Somebody got some chemistry with you, right? Y'all could be a little different, but they like you the perfect potion for them, right? Everything just right. They can't resist your magnetism. Okay. One card already out. Thank you. Okay. Can we get one more, Shug? I'm sorry, Spirit. Sometimes I just be so familiar. Okay. Spirit said I said what I said at the bottom of the deck. Okay. It said I said what I said, Lena. Chemistry. Somebody feel like they got strong chemistry. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. Wait just a minute, my little waist beads. Let me tell y'all something. Spirit, you're talking to your girl, okay? It's telling me, Mr. and Mrs. Virgo, y'all need to make a choice, right? Y'all need to pick a side. You need to pick which road you want to go down, right? We all know what the destination is, right? But right now, you are at a crossroad. That is what is being illuminated during this full moon of Scorpio. Spirit says, should you got a choice between a Cancer, I'm sorry, it could be a Cancer, a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, or an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Now, you can have these traits already in you, but somebody says that you are the cat's meow. They feel a strong magnetic attraction. And when I shuffle these cards, same card just came out, right? It says expect some changes in the autumn season, which is right after your birthday, right? Because I think autumn changes in, if it's not September, then it's October for the fall. It could be the end of September, right? Right near Libra, because you may have to deal with like some rebound. But let's unpack this. So Capricorn. So Virgo, you need to make a choice. What you want, what you gonna do, who you wanna be with, right? Okay, because the first card that we pulled with the Moonology, it said to us that you got new love that's trying to come in, right? One that is, what I tell y'all, balance, because it is in the Librian new moon. And didn't I just say we just had a Libra new moon? That was last month. So maybe you met them last month, should. So last month was April. So maybe you met them the end of March, the beginning and middle, the beginning and ending of April, right? Before Taurus season came in. Because whenever we had the last new moon, you probably could have met them then. They could be an earth sign or they could be an air sign. Okay? All right. We know what we're cooking with. Okay. So you got the power in you, right? This person who's coming in, this could be somebody that y'all represent yin and yang. So if you're very feminine, they're very masculine, and vice versa. If you're very masculine, this other person is very feminine. Y'all are like a twin flame. Y'all balance each other out. Remember, Libra is all about balance. Okay. All right. Let's keep it talking. We're gonna do a little tarot. Now, this is my Intuit tarot, right? I usually don't use these, but we're gonna use it today. Trying a little something new, switch it up, soft paw, right? Do something different. Spirit, this is for Virgos. Show us what they need to know for this explosive, beautiful Scorpio full moon. What is the energy around them? What's leaving and what's coming in? Show us what we need to know. We thank you. We ask that you remove any dark entities or energies around us. We ask that you close any doors that are not of you. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. I take nothing for granted, and I thank you for this gift. Amen, amen, amen. I say, thank you. All right, Virgos. What we need to know, okay? I got to shuffle a long time. We got the star. So things are moving, right? They moving right along in divine timing. You could be moving, you could be buying a car, right? And maybe you don't think, maybe you've been praying for something, you don't think it's gonna come with the star in reverse. It's a ye of little faith. You're very hopeless right now, but things are moving the way they're supposed to. It all happens in divine time. It should, right? The sun don't rise until it's time. So you just gotta let things happen. It's coming, right? It's a coming, right? You got a 9 of coins. Has somebody told you you wasn't enough? Your cousin wants you to work on your self-worth because you are enough, right? Eight of Coins. You feel like, Lena, I got to do it till I get it right. You like, I got to master it. Ain't nothing wrong with being mastering something. You know, you want to do it till it's right, but don't overdo it, right? Don't be OCD about it. Okay. All right. Okay. We got the Seven of Cups. You having clarity, right? Maybe you releasing things of people telling you what you're not because you know what you are, right? And it's not your cousin telling you what you are. You are enough, okay? Okay. Because that Nine of Cups is still in my cut. And that's for my Virgos. That's the energy around you right now, Sugar Bear. All right, cuz. Let's see. Spirit. Okay, we got a winter solstice, Seven of Cups. You got a lot of options. And sometimes, when we have a lot of options, it throws us off, right? But Virgos are pretty fair-minded. Y'all good with making a decision. You don't allow any people. You all are not easily pressured, right? You don't like change, but you're not easily pressured. You all always make the right decision based on the information you have. Okay. All right, Spirit, show us what we need to know from my beautiful Virgos for this Scorpio full moon. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This is, you could be resisting this. All right. This is saying that right now you could be learning karmic lessons, right? It's a challenge for you, maybe because you feel like you're not in control, but just know at the end of the day, Spirit is going to have it their way, or the divine God, the God of your understanding, right? So it's a big push for you to take that leap, right? Because something beautiful is trying to come in. This is for my Virgo, Spirit. You want to come out? Okay. Came out sideways. Page of Wands. So it's telling me you lacking confidence. Maybe it's something you want to do. Maybe this choice you have to make. And this is about finding a new path. Remember, I said you got to make a choice. Maybe it got you up in your head. Maybe you're like, Lena, I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Okay, let's see where these cards take us. Okay. All right. What else? What else Virgos need to know for this new moon? Okay. You got a hangman. Resisting, lack of focus, holding on. Okay, making a choice. You scared. I'm hearing scarcity. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse. Straighten the record. Okay. What's the outcome, Spirit? What is the outcome for Virgos this month? For this full moon? What is the outcome? Wheel of Fortune. So it came back out again. That was the overall energy. So beyond your control, karmic lessons, it's like the universe is pushing you. So what they say, not making a choice is making a choice. And the universe is like, Virgos, this ain't like you. You got to make a choice, Shug. You got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. Okay, let me see. Why is this Page of Wands here? Why is Page of Wands here for Virgo? Okay, that's too many cards. How about this? Why is this Page of Wands here, Spirit? Okay. Why is Virgos lacking self-confidence? Okay. Okay. It's almost like you're afraid to make a choice. You're afraid to start something new. And the universe is trying to push you on to a new path. But maybe you afraid, maybe emotionally you like one situation better than the other one. Maybe one is more, I'm thinking about the heart, like you're more emotionally drawn to it, right? It could be your past. Yeah. But anyway, this is saying that you got whatever it is that you need to do, you have it in you, right? You got the personal power. Power is coming out again, just like in that moonology. You got the power to redirect your life to whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? So, why is the strength in the Page of Wands here, right? The world, right? but this is in reverse. So it's like you have the power in you to close out a cycle, right? What did I say? Virgos have a problem with change. So maybe that's what it is. So you have a problem with change. You feel like, I don't know, some people have a hard time. Maybe they feel like, I don't want to say you want to take the road less traveled. Maybe you just want to take something easy because it's comfort. Oh, okay. You're afraid to come out your comfort zone. Oh, I see it. The hermit. Yeah. Lena G got with it. Right. So you rather just go within, soul search, right? So maybe that's what it is. So you're afraid of making the wrong choice. So you rather just go within instead of making a choice, right? But let me tell you, in the end, the universe is going to have it their way. It's like the story, I hate to make up something biblical, but it's so true. I always compare my life to the story of Jonah. I want to do what I want to do. And it's like, it's going to skirt you. It's being the universe, God. It's going to put you where you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to be. It's a cause and effect. It's all going to wash out in the end, right? This Wheel of Fortune came out as the final, meaning that it's beyond your control. So whatever's going to happen, Sugar Bear, you can think you got all the power. You can be off the grid. Yeah, go into your little hermit mode, right? But just know that whatever you're trying not to close, let me tell you something, Suge, it's gonna come. So you're gonna have to decide because you're afraid to make a choice. And Spirit is saying that, you know what, you can delay this all you want, right? You have done your soul searching. You know what you need to do. You're just afraid to do it. You're just afraid to do it. Pretty much like that energy with Taurus, right? You have grown expeditiously, more so than you thought, right? Don't be afraid to just step into your power. That's why that power card came out. See how these cards are lining up? Don't be afraid to step into your power. It's time. This is what this is saying. It's time. What about this hangman? What is the lack of focus? Why is Virgo holding on? Ay, ay, ay. So it came up 10 of swords. Maybe you're trying to change the outcome. You may be you're trying to make a comeback or you're trying to rejuvenate or regenerate something that ain't meant to be regenerated, right? It's time for you to move on, but you may want to reconcile with this 10 of swords. You want to change the outcome, right? So you're resisting surrender. So you're resisting letting something go, but you're like, okay, but if I go back and do this, mm-mm. This is external forces are at play now. It's time for you to move on, right? Why is this Ten of Swords here? What is else? What else is there for Virgos? What do they need to know? Right. You could be holding on. You got a scarcity mindset with these 4 coins. You're holding on very tight. Yeah, Virgos, y'all do like a lot of control. My brother is a Virgo. Yeah, I love him. That's all I'm gonna say. But he's younger than me, but he's very mature. Uh-huh. So hoarding, very emotionally connected to some things. And they're saying that you got to change your mindset. You got to let some stuff go. You want to be in control, Shug. That came out. The devil. Oh, so you got some unhealthy attachments. Hopefully it's not no physical or emotional abuse, right? hmm But you're codependent on the situation. That's why it's hard for you to make a decision. But we got the death card because it's time for something to end, should. And the 10 of Cups, but it's in reverse. And it could be with a family, a situation is imbalance. And it gives you a false sense of security. Whatever relationship, whatever situation, something is over. And your cousin here is like, you need to release and let it go. You need to let it go, right? So it looks like something is going to come clean with the 7 of Swords in reverse. Something is coming clean. Why is the 7 of Swords here, Spirit? Show us what we need to know. Okay. The 9 of Coins. So maybe in this relationship, whoever you were with, who is probably very sneaky, maybe something came to light. So maybe you need to make a decision about the past and the future. That's what it's sounding like, right? So whoever you were with, something came to light, and Maybe you stayed in a situation for so long. You know how we could stay past the expiration date, right? So you water down yourself to fit into this relationship or this situationship. You accepted sugar, honey, iced tea, things you shouldn't have, but things are brought to light. But God said, the universe said, it's time for you to move on. You learned the lessons that you needed to learn, right? And just by staying longer, I don't want to say you're devaluing yourself, but you're not living up to your greatest potential. If you don't think you have the power, Spirit says you do have the power. You have the power and the energy to move on. Everything you need is already within you. You got to believe that you have it. You got to believe that good things are on the other side, right? Because they are trying to bring in something that is that is balanced. That is balanced. Because what you're in right now, it ain't balanced. Okay. So it's like stand for what you deserve. What is that? You deserve peace. You deserve love. You deserve honesty. You deserve respect. You deserve all of that and more. But maybe you need to just to believe it yourself, right? Why is this 9 of coins here? Justice. So this is saying maybe you feel guilty. Maybe you're telling me, Lena G, I just want to stay where I know, where it's comfortable. Because this is telling me you're being a victim. You're being a victim, right? And because of that, we got choices again. 10 of Swords. She all in her head and her heart, right? But it's like, which one are you going to be led by? Are you going to be led by your heart? Are you going to make the right decision instead of being avoidance and being a victim? What are you going to do? So it's like you're being very indecisive, Virgo. But they're saying if you don't make a decision now, within the next 6 months, something is going to be made for you, right? So it's always like this. If you don't, if you don't decide, the universe will decide for you, okay? Because it's beyond your control, okay? And I think that's what I may name it. All right. What is the final message from our beautiful Virgos for the Scorpio full moon? What is it they need to know? Okay. All right. The moon, right? So something is being illuminated, right? Because there is some deception and some instability in your life. It looks like it could be with love. You got a lot of major arcanas. You got justice, but it's in reverse. You could be standing in the way of somebody's karma, right? You're being very victimized here. The hangman, but it's in reverse. It's like you are afraid to make a decision, right? You are delaying the inevitable. The wheel of fortune is in reverse. And this is saying, you got some challenges, but these are challenges that you're creating because you're not going with the flow. Okay, a lot of balance here, a lot of flow. The strength here, but it's upright, and which we want. It's saying that you got the strength, but you in your mind, you want to be a victim. We got the hermit and the world. You got a lot of heavy, heavy, heavy hitter major arcanas. Like the hermit is in a good position. It's like spiritual mastery, right? So you know what you need to do. You got the strength. You can do it. You've been down this road before, right? Because I get that with the strength card. You're just not doing it. It's like you got analysis paralysis. You're like, I know I need, but I'm afraid. Yeah, you just got to do it. You just got to pull the trigger and just do it, right? So 5 of Cups. So I guess you feel like if you make whatever choice, you feel you're so caught up in what you see right now that you're afraid of what's on the other side. And the other side can be way bigger, way better than what you're currently going through. You could be dealing with a Knight of Coins and it's in the right position, slow and steady, but you're really being too slow in making this decision, right? We got the Page of Coins, a lot of money here. It's like you're setting goals and you know what to do. You were very ambitious. It's just that you're afraid to make a choice. That's it. You are just afraid because you rather deal with what you know versus with what you don't know. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Right. You could be dealing with a Libra. Yeah, you can be dealing with a Scorpio, the devil, a Capricorn. You could be dealing, I don't know about that one. Hold on, let me look this one up. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Sometimes this stuff is in Greek. Don't judge me, okay? Virgo. Yeah, because the Virgo and the Scorpio sign look alike. The world, yep. You could be dealing with a Leo. Yep. Okay. All right. I don't want to hear no sugar honey iced tea. Okay. And you could be dealing with a Pisces. All right, all right, all right. Where I'm going with this, Lord Jesus, it's hot in here. Um, I wanted to give you a little love message right quick. How we look at? Okay, we ain't doing too bad. All right, this is for my Virgos. What they need to know, Spirit. What they need to know. What they need to know. Virgos for this Scorpio full moon. What's happening with them? This Virgo, Scorpio full moon. What do Virgos need to know? Okay. Overall energy, we have too many differences. Right. So that's why you need to move on. This is for Virgos. 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 What messages of love do they need to know? Okay, Spirit. Talk to me, please. Thank you. Two more, please. Two more. Thank you. All right. Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Yeah, somebody trying to hold you back emotionally, right? Somebody you got an emotional connection with. Because of that, you're afraid to move on. Someone wants to reunite, want to have a resurrection. This ex, we will always come back to each other. Your cousin just gonna keep it straight. No chaser. This is toxic, okay? This person brings a lot of confusion. Real love is not confusion, right? And I think that's one of the problems and why you are in a victimized place right now because you're thinking about the other person and not for yourself, right? Hope. So this person has taken over the reading pretty much because they said I haven't given up on us, right? So because of that, they gaslighting you, and you afraid to move on because this person playing friggin' mind games with you. Yeah, you need to cut some ties. I can't tell you what to do. You know your life better, but I mean it's like hickory dickory dock. The time is going down, right? And I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Just live your best life, my dear. Just live your best life, right? But just know it's beyond your control. It's beyond your control. Yeah, 333 is on the clock. It's 3:33. So whatever that means, look it up. Do me a favor. Let me know when you look up 333, angel number, what is the message you got? Because everybody gets a different number, right? It's saying that you could be afraid to leave, and I hope that's not the case. But it could be not that somebody is doing something to you. I just feel like you have so much anxiety built up in you that you have this analysis paralysis that you're afraid to make a choice. That's what I got. That's what I got. Yeah. Wow. I hope nothing crazy is going on. If that's the case, I know I live in Florida and they have 211, but you can always call if you are a victim of any type of sexual abuse, physical abuse. You can one call the local law enforcement. Two, you can call like the local um, domestic violence in your county, in your city or town. Okay. This is saying that you need to get out your comfort zone, right? Your safety is paramount, right? Because that's the first law of Maslow is taking care of yourself, right? A home. Some of you could be moving. Some of you may be going to a shelter because it does have shelter here. All right. This is for my Virgos. That took a turn, but it did say that, okay, you heartbroken, divine intervention, right? Right, because what I tell you, this is beyond your control. One more, Spirit. Nothing comes out, then I will accept what it is. Okay. And what, listen, these cards be talking to us. So this is telling me there's a storm warning. Somebody coming in like a wrecking ball. Lord Jesus. Drama. Drama, drama, drama. Right? Did you see that fat? Oh my God, your girl needs to go work out. Don't judge me. But yeah, somebody wanted. So remember when we pulled the Moonology, it was saying that love is trying to come in, right? Somebody want to come in and have a union with you, but you got so much damn anxiety in you that it's hard for you to make a choice, right? To the point where somebody is heartbroken over you because they feel you energetically trying to pull away, and or a person feels like and knows like they really got you all in their head, you all in your head. And because of that, it's causing this anxiety and this analysis paralysis with you. But do know this, monsieur or mademoiselle, everything is going to work itself out in divine intervention to the point it may blow some sugar, honey, iced tea up. And if you understand what I mean, you take the first letter of every word I just said, and guess what? The universe is going to have it their way. So it's like this change that you are refusing to make is going to be catapult. I was trying to say catapults, but I'm not saying it right. I'm not saying it right, and I know how to read, right? But it's going to be a catalyst for your change. Basically, it's like you either change or the universe is going to force you to change. My beautiful Virgos, do know this: you can play the game all you want, be afraid to make a choice. Do know this: it's all going to work in divine timing. So, divine timing and divine intervention, because, beloved, you seem to have a problem and making a choice. And that is so not like you all, but I guess it is right now. Okay? No worries. Oh, my goodness. I think y'all better do something. Somebody come in there like a wrecking ball. What was her name? I want to. Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. Yeah, a wrecking ball. Came in like a wrecking ball. I think it's Miley Cyrus who sung that little song. One of them little girls. I like that song. I think it's Miley Cyrus. Yeah, they bring a lot of drama. So watch it. I don't know if it's your past, but it sounds like your future. It sounds like what you don't know. And maybe we should have did it what you don't know. But what it sounds like is you got some choices. But I don't think you like your choices. I don't know. It seems like you just so hell bent on the past because this person make you feel like you need to stay. You don't need to stay. You don't. And it's like you afraid of change, unfortunately. Good Lord. All right. Same thing that Taurus got, innovate, right? With the right inspiration, you can bring a novel approach to almost anything. What can you innovate to contribute towards making the world a better place? All right. So this is for your finances. What does the beautiful Virgos need to know about their finances? All right. They're like, we don't want to talk. Come on, Spirit. I appreciate y'all. Love you hard. Just one card, Spirit. Thank you. I see it. Unworthy. Oh my God. I hope not. Because I think something came up and said, I can't think of it. It was almost like self-worth. So, do you genuinely believe in your worthiness to attain the abundance you deserve? So, everything, this is all mental. This is what you all really need to understand. All of this is mental. If you do not think in your mind's eye that you can achieve it, that you can have it, you won't. You can only go as far as your mind will believe and conceive. And that is so true. Because if you don't think you can, you won't. But if you think you can, you will. Okay? All right. I'm going to just close it up. I love these little guardian cards because I just think they're so beautiful, spiritually wise. Spirit, can you just give me a beautiful, angelic, guardian angel message for my beautiful Virgos who I love so, so, so very much because they need a word. Thank you. I hope y'all doing so good. You know, your cousin is starting this channel, and I would love for you to like, share, subscribe, and even more, I would like for you to just leave me a message. Let me know if it resonated. Tell me, what I need to know so I can get close to you. This is a collective reading. At this moment, I am not doing personal readings, but that is coming here shortly. Yes, it is. But as of right now, you can interact with me on YouTube as I'm going through the process of building my channel. Okay. All right. But definitely leave me a message. Look up that 333. How does it relate to you, what you're going through? I would like to see the response. Okay. So it says celebration is coming, right? This is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away, and the light at the end of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long term plans for a joyful future. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. I like it. I like it. I like it, like it, like it. So, with that said, my beautiful Virgos, I love your heart. I resonate with y'all a lot of times, even though I'm a Libra. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will get back at you all. I'm thinking at the end of the week when I'm off again. And check me out on all social media platforms like Tickety Talk. You don't stop. Peace.